Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. This is the place where women who are aging beautifully come to be inspired. My guest today is Ariane Poole. Ariane is a professional makeup artist. She has been working with 60andMe now for about 5 years, helping us to just learn about new products and new techniques and to make makeup fun. So Ariane has her products, her own product line, which she sells on Evine in the United States and also QVC in the UK. And of course, she has her own website, arianepoole.com. So Ariane, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, and hello to all of the ladies in the community.
You know, our community loves you because, well, you just got great products for a start, but you just got a positive attitude. Positive aging is your thing, and makeup doesn't make you look younger. It doesn't even make you feel younger. It's just for fun. It's just to enjoy.
Yeah, and we're not saying here you have to wear makeup to feel good.
Exactly.
Wear it if it makes you feel good. That's the only thing. If you're someone that goes, I'm not really crazy about makeup, fine. That's okay. I don't wear makeup every single day. There are days where I have my hair straight back in a ponytail. Just a bit of sun protection on, and I'm
with your sunglasses.
With my sunglasses, but I'm out with a walk. I don't need to wear it every single day, but other days it just makes you walk a little bit, taller. It makes you feel good, and especially what I love about makeup is when you're feeling tired. It's something, or not feeling tired. Actually, if you're looking tired, it can make you look not so tired, and therefore it makes you feel not so tired. So
it's a trick. But what's wonderful though is, I'm not even that much into makeup myself, but because I do a lot of video and now we talk a lot about makeup in the community, I've actually noticed more in the market, and I go to the counters and I look and see what's new. And one area, Ariane, that I've really noticed like an abundance of new products and change is lipstick.
Yes.
And there's so many of them. There's matte, there's 24 hour, there's gloss, there's semi-gloss, and I don't know.
There's pencils, there's sticks. Oh my God, you are so right. There are so many.
It's crazy. So I'd like to chat a bit about the different options that you think are good for older women's, lips and for our skin type, and how you might have us look about one thing, matte lipstick, because matte has come onto the stage big time, I've noticed, and I don't think people know what to do with it. It just has a connotation of being drying and being, stiff on your lips. But I think you've got a different view on that. So let's talk about matte and then lipsticks in general.
Yeah, matte is a good one because matte lipsticks have been around for a while, but this new resurgence of matte that you're talking about is really great because mattes that we saw in the past were those ones that you put them on your lips and it literally felt like, that's
true. I know.
All you wanted to do is constantly lick your lips or put the gloss over the top, which defeats lipstick, okay? Because they were so drying on their lips. Technology proved, and there are so I don't want to say hydrating matte lipsticks, but they aren't as drying on the lips. They're more comfortable, and that's a really big, important word, comfortable to wear, because if a lipstick is too sticky and goopy, if that's not your thing, it makes you feel uncomfortable. If it's too drying, it makes you feel uncomfortable. So you need to find the texture that is comfortable for you to wear.
And thinking about why you would choose a matte lipstick in the olden days was because you wanted the color. You wanted the color to be vibrant and you wanted it to stay. So matte lipsticks do that. They don't go off your lips once they're on. But you remember a lot of times there was this middle stage where people with Max Factor and others used to put out lipsticks that were matte on one end and then gloss that was on the other end, because they knew women didn't like that sticky, but they wanted the color and the depth.
Yeah, and that was in those days. It was revolutionary for that time. Those lipsticks were still very drying, and I was sent many different formulations of matte liquid lips, and some of them were the staying power was insane, but the comfort factor was really not great. Right. You do want to have it comfortable on your lips. You don't, when you put your makeup on, you want to put it on and forget it. It's not something that, it's like when you put underwear on that's digging in, you don't want to have that sort of like that constant, like, look, or that you feel it on your face. It's that same kind of thing. So there's some really great matte colors out
Show us some.
Yeah. What I would suggest is when you're using the mattes, do not go for mattes that are too pale as we get older. We need a more vibrant shade. If you use a beigey matte, and I'm going to quickly grab a beigey matte here.
Ariane, show and tell here.
I can't read the bottom of the things here. Okay, so this one, here. This is a matte. This may work well because it's not too beigey. So this is a really good kind of matte. It is a liquid matte. It's not too beigey. But if you go for one that almost looks like a concealer tone, now I don't know if I've got one of these anymore because my 30-year-old daughter took it because she loves that look. Now, that indicates something very important. If you're somebody a lot younger, you're going to want to have, here it is. You're going to want to have something that is that matte kind of color. This one's got a little bit more gloss to it. Hold on, let me find it.
Well, even what you're going through right now, I think is really interesting that you're talking about liquid mattes as opposed to stick mattes, as opposed to gloss mattes. So, the market is really picking up on this. You've got to do your homework. So, okay, so.
I really like the Bobbi Brown stick matte. Look at this. I think this is a really nice, it's matte, but it's got a little bit of a life to it.
Yes, you can see that.
And I really like that. It stays on. It's long lasting. I don't do a matte lipstick like this in a creamy stick. I do a matte lipstick in a liquid. Let me grab one of those out here. Hold on. Let me see. Liquid velvet. Here we go. So this is a matte with a little bit of a sheen to it.
So in other words, it's a matte in the sense that it dries. It's liquid to start with, but then when you have it on your lips for a bit, it dries a little bit. So that,
and it stays on. But what I would say is do not go for those too beigey kind of colors. I probably don't even have a nude color that is that nude.
I think I know what people know what you mean, though, because there's a lot of very pale peaches and pinks that you can get matte lipsticks in, and you've talked about this before. They're just not good on faces that are fading a bit in color too. So
absolutely. If you put those pale colors, as a matter of fact, I met with a journalist on Wednesday, and we reminisced because back when we were 40 years old, we were trying on all these lipsticks, and even in our 40s, as you get into your 40s, that's when you start
noticing.
Beige ones didn't work very well for us.
Okay, so you've got in your line, you've got this a liquid matte or something that's got a bit of depth to it. Bobbi Brown. I've got one like from Isadora, which is a Swedish line. Actually, I picked this up, which is also a crayon-like matte lipstick.
Nice. Let's see what that looks like.
And it's actually very nice.
I was looking into
it's actually you can't really see. It's a pinky color, but it's nice. And it feels good on the lips, but it stays on a long time. The other one I was going to mention to you is, this is so odd, is that I don't know whether this line is in the United States, but it's called Essence. It's a totally drugstore line. And this is why you've got to be on the lookout for interesting new products, because sometimes they do them for the younger market thinking there'll be more receptivity. But I got these little ones. They were like a mini set. And if I can find the red one, this is actually red, but when you put it on, this is amazing. Can you see that color?
Yeah.
It goes on kind of a peachy, like an amber color. And when I wear this, when I do my videos, people always ask what it is, because it's not red, it's not brown, but it's matte. So it doesn't stay on, which is great. And that was like, $5 for like 3 little teeny ones.
That's brilliant.
So if you're on a budget, you can actually experiment with makeup too.
Well, I think that there's some really great choices out there. And, I would imagine that some of the members of your community are saying, well, why would I want to wear a matte lipstick? Okay, these are the reasons that you may decide that a matte might be something that you might be interested in trying. One, they do tend to last longer, so that's a big tick. They do have that depth of color.
Like I showed you,
that really intense color. So if you're looking for a fuchsia or something like that, or a corally color or a red, you're going to get that depth of color. What matte is really nice with as well, now that they're not so drying and don't make your lips age, if you've got a bit of glow on your cheeks and a little bit of shimmer, not shimmer, frosty, if you're glowing and then you've got that little hint of matte, it's a great way of balancing it out. And it looks very, what I think is more sophisticated. It doesn't look, you're not being trendy, but you're looking pulled together. And it's a really great it's a balancing act.
Well, one thing that I think a lot of women are doing now, and we talked about this earlier, is what I do is you layer your lipstick. So you start with a matte that gives you that color and that depth, and then you can add the softer lipsticks, or you can add a lip gloss, and you can play with the color. And is it okay if I show you kind of what I do here?
Really great technique. I think you really definitely need to show this with
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching.
Well, there's two reasons that I do this. One is that when I do videos, it's hard to get lighting right, and so you have to over accentuate your lips sometimes and get a color that's strong. And I've discovered I knew about this line a while ago, and we've talked about this before. It's called Huda, and Huda is a line that has been around for a while, but it really started the matte trend a few years ago. People started to love the idea of matte because Huda came out with a liquid matte like yours. Same idea. So I'm going to just take my lipstick. I'm going to dab it off.
Yeah. And liquid mattes are really nice because they're easy to use, and they're not as thick as sometimes in the lipstick bullet. Now the lipsticks, the mattes that are in the crayons are also quite creamy. Sometimes the ones that are in the twist up, the bullet kind of ones, tend to be a little bit more dry.
Yeah, and the thing about this matte, this one I've got is called Jet Setter, but they've got a whole range of different colors. It's kind of a neutral color for me. I have to use my mirror though because I can't literally see. I don't even. I don't even use a lip liner with this product, Ariane, because it's really, and you have to be a little careful and not too wobbly because it's matte and it stays on where you put it on. So I'm going to just concentrate on this for a second. So
I'll talk while you do that. So I think this is a really great idea, the fact that you're using it without a lip liner, because not everyone wants to use a lip liner. They're usually, some people feel that the lip liner looks a little bit too harsh and aggressive. And this is a really great alternative, Margaret. Really good.
And you see what I just did? I actually even took it over my lip line because with a lip liner, you tend to do that, but you wouldn't think to do that with lipstick. But it's really, it's called... Now,
if you did it with a lipstick, you would be having it all coming up here. So, how great. I love this technique.
So it dries, dries for a couple of minutes here. And then what you can do once you've created that base of matte, and it starts to feel a little bit dry on your skin and on your lips, but then you can do things like this. I love this lipstick of yours, by the way, and you know this. It's called Pink Lemonade. And
it's like a corally color. It's like a coral pink. Yeah.
It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm going to just show you. I don't know whether this is actually visible. The light is pretty crazy. But anyway, so then what I would do now is put it on top of the Huda. And it makes it darker than it is. Like if I was to put this on by itself.
And it would give it a much better staying power as well. That's the other reason. I mean, I'm going to put a gloss over top of my lipstick. So let me grab a little bit of a gloss.
Okay. So look at this. Can you see? Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah.
No, but it's a really great combination. And this is nice and smooth and shiny. Matte is new. It's exciting. Things are happening with it. Try it and try different techniques for layering and just enjoy it. Enjoy the lipstick. So thanks, Ariane. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Our Patreon supporters help us to make a bigger difference in the lives of women over 60 all around the world. They get exclusive videos, live video shows, discounts, and much more. So please look for the link on this page. It is somewhere down here, up there. And join our tribe of women in our 60andMe community who are actually making a big difference in the world, challenging aging stereotypes. So thank you so much for your support.